through the forest. That's what happens when you go with the German.
So we started our first day with a lot of exploration. As you can see, the city is pretty hilly, so we had a lot of workout right from the start of the day. The city is spectacular, it's so unique, it's so diverse, it's so different from everything I've ever seen so far in Europe. One of the coolest parts in Lisbon are these miradors, which are basically parks or special places on top of hills. The best part of it is that you can see the city from above, and that day we had a view with the rainbow. It just made everything even more beautiful. Another thing specific for Lisbon are these cable cars that go up and down the hill, which reminded me so much of San Francisco. They really are. It's an attraction. I have to really give it out to Instagram for this. I find the coolest places there tagged by influencers, like this church, this library, which is supposed to be one of the oldest in the town. Yeah, I'm a book lover, so you will probably get some content like this on my videos. But up next we visited this food hall, which is called Time Out Market. This is something specific. I only saw it in this area of the peninsula, also in Spain, but you will find here very cool foods, very authentic foods. We tried the codfish soup and the broccoli soup and the specific bread, and we just enjoyed an afternoon there. We ended our day at the seaside. We were trying to catch the sunset, find cool places, to have this view with the bridge, but unfortunately the rain started, so we had to call it quits and plan the next day ahead. Our day 2 started with exploring Alfama neighborhood, which is one of the most famous in Lisbon for the beautiful views and beautiful miradors, and also because the special trams are doing very interesting routes up and down the hill. Now I'm telling you, if you really want to see the real face of Lisbon in Portugal, you should definitely come here and just take a day and just lose yourself on the streets and try to soak in the atmosphere. Unfortunately, to our surprise, this beautiful city is in a very high state of deterioration. So you will see everywhere that the walls are destroyed, the buildings are very old. You know, in a way, this makes the beauty of Lisbon. It stays really authentic, but on the other hand, you can only imagine how beautiful the city would look like when it would be 100% to its potential.
anyone watching our adventures, we are hiking our way to one of the palaces through the forest. That's what happens when you go with the German.
Our day 3 started with a train ride to Sintra, which is a city outside Lisbon, and not just a city but also a region of its own, only 40 minutes away. What is special and I found absolutely fascinating about this part is that it has a microclimate of its own, so you will find a very interesting vegetation. Moreover, there are many castles that are absolutely gorgeous with so different architecture from anything I've seen before, and you can visit each of them, but you will probably need a week. So our choice was Pena Palacio, which is one of the most famous because of its wonderful colors and incredible architecture. For me, it absolutely looked like a castle from 1001 Nights. We have decided to not enter the palace because it was already very late when we arrived, but don't worry, you have plenty of things to do, even if you just choose to stay outside and visit the gardens, and this was exactly our choice. So we just walked along the fortress, along the exterior walls, and this is absolutely beautiful because you will get a view with the ocean exactly from here, and you will have a sight of the entire region of Sintra. But beware, it's very, very cold and windy. If you come to this palace, please don't miss the garden of the palace, which is absolutely fascinating. It's like a jungle there. You will find flowers blooming even in the middle of January. We couldn't believe that. Because it was already very late and because the sun was setting at around 5:30, we have decided to skip the other palaces and just take the last road trip that we could do included in the tour, which was visit Cabo da Roca. And for those of you who don't know, this is the westernmost point of continental Europe and it's absolutely spectacular.